Hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. My name is maybe Dennis, and last time we were Tosucker in and we woke up a little bit too late, so we decided to skip school for the day. We wander around town with Archer, just showing him around, and we end up at the tallest spot with the best vantage point to show Archer, yeah, this is a town. And as we go home, we kind of run by Sakura and this blonde dude. They're talking and then they separate, and we're like, something's up. Anyways, let's go to school tomorrow. Surely no one important will be there. And when we get there, we're like, oh god, someone set up a bounded field. It's oh crap, I didn't realize the opening was gonna play. But someone set up a bounded field and stuff is getting dicey. So after school, we kind of get rid of the seals, but we also encounter a different servant. It seems like we encounter Lancer, who basically attacks us, and although it seems like him and Archer are fighting relatively even grounds, he's almost about to kill us, and then, oh, whoa, there's a bystander. We gotta kill him first. So Lancer goes off and kills the bystander, just for Rin to be like, oh no, why? Why does it have to be you? And you know what, I'll use the rest of my magic power in this stone that has like 10 years worth of magical energy, and I'll bring you back from the brink of death. And she just kind of leaves. Well, good thing no one will ever go after him again. Oh, wait, no, wait, he's still witness crap. So we kind of go to his place just to find that, whoa, someone's been summoned. Lancer's escaping. Oh, God, we got attacked by Saber, the newly summoned spirit. And that's pretty much where it ends. It seems like Tosaka, quote unquote, apparently died, but not really. But right now we're about to basically head into chapter 1. We finally finished the prologue. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to load or do new game, but let's head into it. I think I'm supposed to click new game. Huh? Is that it? So we should be on February 2nd? No, February 3rd. Yeah, this is it. You all recognize this. I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life. I have withstood pain to create many weapons, yet those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works. Unlimited blade works. It's on fire! When I came to, I was lying in a burning field. It must have been a big fire. The familiar town was an unrecognizable smoking ruin. It looked like a scene from the war movie. The sight didn't last long though. As morning dawned, the fire gradually died down. The towering walls of flame shrunk to embers, and most of the buildings looked to have collapsed. It felt so strange being the only unchanged thing in the town. I was the only one left alive. I was either fortunate, or the house I've been in was built on the luckiest ground of all time. I mean, unlucky that this happened in the first place. Either way, I was the only one alive. Since I'd survived, I felt like I needed to keep living. I walked aimlessly, thinking it would be dangerous to remain where I was. It wasn't that I want to avoid becoming what had happened to It wasn't that I want to avoid becoming what had happened to everyone around me. Oh, sorry. Basically, he didn't want to be. Oh, okay. Sorry, the wording of that was kind of weird because the object came later. Those scorched, blackened masses. Basically, I don't want to get fried. It wasn't a feeling of disgust. Some other emotion was driving me on. At the same time, I had no hope. It was a miracle I was alive at all, and I didn't think I was going to last much longer. There was no way in hell I was going to survive. There was simply no way I would ever escape this crimson hellscape, no matter what I did. That was how desperate, how hellish this place was, even through the eyes of a young boy. It's hell on earth, fire everywhere! And then I collapsed. Either there was no air around me, or I simply couldn't breathe anymore. I just collapsed, and all I could do was look up at the slowly clouding sky. The scorched black masses around me lay motionless. The dark clouds covered the sky, promising rain. Good. The rain will pull out the fires. I took one final deep breath and looked up at the rain clouds. I couldn't breathe, but I still felt pain. I said that out loud, on behalf of all the people who couldn't say those words themselves. Whoa! That was 10 years ago. Miraculously, in the midst of all that, I was saved. My physical body survived, but everything else was scorched, reduced to ash. When a young child loses their parents or their home, there's really nothing left of them. And so, everything other than my body perished. Put as simply as possible, in exchange for my body living, my heart died. Aw, man. I'm dreaming. Ugh. I squinted, seeing a bright white light. Oh, why does it keep doing that? It was blinding. Light stabbed at my eyes when I woke up. I doubt I really knew what the sensation of blinding light was in the first place. Well, waking up in a hospital, just like Tsukihime. What? As my eyes adjusted, I woke, alarmed. I was lying in a bed I didn't recognize, in a room that I didn't recognize. I was honestly stunned, but the cleanliness of the white room made me feel at ease. I looked blankly at my surroundings. The room was spacious, and the beds lined it in neat rows. All the beds were full, and it looked like each bed's occupant was injured. But the room didn't feel depressing at all. Everyone injured survived. What does it keep doing that? It keeps getting black. I let my eyes wander. Actually, I wonder if I hold it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I looked out the window. The clear blue sky was so incredibly beautiful. A few days passed, and I was finally able to take in the situation. I had no problems remembering what happened the days before. But I wasn't much different from a newborn during this time. Strange as it is, that was closer to the truth than might seem possible. The fire was just that bad. I was rescued from a fire, I woke in a hospital, my parents are gone, my entire body was wrapped in bandages. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I did know that I was alone. It didn't take long for me to accept my circumstances. Maybe I had no choice, really. All the other children were in the same boat. And then, later, in the moment I, naive as I was, started to worry about what would become of me, he walked in. Did he show his face? No, damn it, damn it! He appeared the day my bandages came off, and I started eating on my own. His hair was disheveled, his suit tattered. He looked a bit younger than my doctor. He looked more like someone's older brother than someone's father.
Konnichiwa. Kimi ga Shirou-kun da ne?
I recognize that voice. His beaming smile seemed to blend into the pouring white sunlight. His voice was somehow irritatingly fake, yet extremely gentle.
率直に聞くけど、孤児院に預けられるのと、初めて会ったおじさんに引き取られるの。
Wow.
君はどっちがいいかな?
What a deal. He was offering to take me in. I asked if we were related. He said we were complete strangers. He looked like an unreliable guy. But then again, he was no more or less familiar than the orphanage. So, I decided to go with him.
そうか。よかった。なら早く身支度を済ませよう。新しい家に一日でも早く慣れなくっちゃいけないからね。
As a bonus for coming with me, you get this entire samurai house. Good deal! He started gathering my things hastily. Even as young as I was, I could see that he wasn't any good at it. After he made the mispacking, just every time he puts something in, something drops
大
out.
切なことを言い忘れた。うちに来る前に一つだけ教えなくちゃいけないことがある。
He turned, asking for confirmation. He asked so casually, as if asking me if there was somewhere I want to go. Yup.
はじめに言っておくとね、僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Oh, Mahotsuka. Wait, actually, technically, that's not right. He's technically a magus, not a magician, since there are only 5 magicians. Well, spoilers. He's not a magician. He said it in a serious, almost ceremonious manner. It happened so fast. Now that I think back, I was also immature. I just accepted his words as fact. I took it neither as a joke or genuine statement. Wow, that's pretty cool, bro. Cool story. I guess I said something like that, eyes wide in astonishment. And I was his child. Actually, I don't remember how that conversation went, but every now and then, my old man would bring it up. He would recount that scene over and over, acting all embarrassed. That scene might have been the happiest day of my old man, a man named Shirou Emiya's life. You could say that it was a one thing for him to tell a recently orphaned kid he was a magician. But I was no better, the way I so eagerly bought into it. And that was how my old man adopted me, and how I took the last name Emiya. Shirou Emiya. When I said the name out loud, I felt really proud of having the same name as Kiritsugu. I'm dreaming. It's from my childhood. It's probably about 8 years ago, since it's about the time when I talked my old man into making me his apprentice. Kiritsugu had started going away on a regular basis once I was old enough to stay home by myself. Oh, 8 years ago. So the fire happened 10 years ago. We got that information from Rin, and that was the fire from the last Holy Grail war that burnt down that park that they were at. I didn't realize it was only 2 years in. He was like, "Make me your apprentice. I want a magic." Oh, I see. But yeah. It's really... Well, I'll just say this. People already know, but Fate Zero, one of my favorite animes of all time, is a prequel to Fate Stay Night. And it would not be wrong to say that Kiritsugu was the protagonist in that game. And, actually that might be spoilers, but, whatever, in that anime. So it details basically the Holy Grail War from 10 years ago. And it's just really nice to really get to see a different side of him. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah. We don't really get to see much in the anime, but at least in this visual novel, we'll get to see it. He'd always give me some childish, unbelievable explanation like, "I'm gonna go on an adventure around the world." Then he'd actually do it. From then on, that's how it always was. It wasn't unusual for him to be gone for a month, and at times he didn't come home for half a year. The Emiya Mansion is an expansive Japanese samurai-styled house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. It felt too big and empty for a child like me, and at times, I felt lost. But I liked my life there. Whenever Kiritsugu came home from his trips, he would brag and tell stories like an excited child. And another child, one who shared his last name, always looked forward to those stories. "Oh, he's talking about himself." I don't know if this is ever answered, and this, technically spoils for the future, but I don't know if we ever get Shirou's original last name, family name. We know him as Emiya Shirou, or Shirou Emiya, because he adopted the name from Kiritsugu, but I don't know if he's ever told us his name before then. It just feels like his life before the fire, from what I understand, just doesn't exist. I may have been alone in the mansion, but Kiritsugu's stories always helped lessen that. Oh yeah, and so now we're that dude that Tosaka saw that one time, or Shiro, the orange-haired guy. Everyone knows him, I think. People die when they are killed. He was always pursuing a dream like a boy. I was wary of his whims, yet at the same time, he always looked radiant to me. Maybe that's why I hope to be like him one day. Well, as childish as I might have been, I realized I needed to get my act together, since I had an old man with his head constantly in the clouds. Old man, get your shit together! Oh, we're going back in time. So, January 31st. This was... what day was this? This is the first day in the visual novel, or in the prologue. So this was when Rin woke up, went to school, and then at night she summoned Archer. Okay, I hear a sound. So basically, that one day we went to school with as Tosaka when she went to like the archery range and whatnot. Oh, yeah, we're gonna see her, and at one point she actually sees Emiya, so we might see her POV from Emiya's point of view. I hear a sound. The heavy, rusted hinges on the door creak as if being pushed open. Light pours in through the cracks in the door. My mind tries to shake off the slumber.
Senpai, 起きてますか?
I hear footsteps drawing near, and I feel the winter air flowing in. I will say, when I watched this the first time, I thought Sakura was really cute.
はい。おはようございます、先輩。先輩、朝ですよ。 だ時間はありますけど、ここで眠っていたら藤村先生に怒られます。
そうだな。よく起こしに来てくれた。いつもすまない。
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから。こんな風に起こしに来れるなんてたまにしかありません。
I'm not sure why, but Sakura looks more cheerful than usual.
そうかな。結構さくらには起こされてるぞ、俺。けど藤姉には叩き起こされるからさくらの方が助かる。これに懲りずに次は頑張る。
I answer, still half asleep. My head's still not right, so I don't even know what I'm saying.
はい、わかりました。でも頑張ってもらわない方が嬉しいです、私。
Sakura's giggling. Crap, I must be so sleepy that I said something weird.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐ起きるから。
The cold winter air helps at times like this. The chill snaps my lethargic mind awake. Ah, yes. But I just want to stay in bed whenever that happens. And in front of me stands a junior at my school, Sakura Mato. I'm in my house's storeroom, or which is kind of my bedroom now because I just sleep here. Why did I sleep here? And it's just about 6 in the morning.
先輩、
目が覚めた。ごめんなさくら。またやっちまった。朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
そんなのいいんです。先輩、夕べも遅かったんでしょ。なら朝はゆっくりしてください。朝食の支度は私がしておきますから。
Sakura's practically bouncing with excitement. That's odd. Sakura's weirdly energetic this morning.
バカ、そういうわけにいくか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こう。
She is going to go to archery later.
よし、準備完了。それじゃあ行こう、さくら。
いえ、先輩。
なんだよ、他になんかあるのか。
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど、先輩、家に戻る前に着替えた方がいいと思います。
Oh crap, I'm wearing clothes, right? Tell me I'm wearing clothes. Oh. I finally look at myself. I fell asleep working last night, so I'm still wearing my coveralls. The coveralls I wear while I'm working are usually dirty. Who knows what Fujine would say or do if I went into the house as is?
There's
a tiger, she'll get you.
なんか普段に増して抜けてるな、俺。
そうかもしれませんね。ですから朝食の支度を私に任せて、先輩はもう少しゆっくりしていてください。
Hold up, what is
それ
Shirou
にほら、
making?
ここを散らかしっぱなしにしていたら藤村先生に怒られるでしょ。
I don't know what he's making. I want to say it's a heater, which makes sense because it'd probably be pretty cold at this point. But I'm not 100% sure.
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
はい、お待ちしてますね、先輩。
Sakura quickly walks out. Okay then. I'll change into my school uniform first. Then I need to collect all the parts that I left scattered around. The storehouse is in the corner of the backyard and all sorts of junk is crammed in here. But I've always liked to tinker with gadgets, so this place is a treasure trove to me. The old man forbade me to go into the storehouse, but I ignored his warnings and snuck inside almost every day. Now it's sort of a base for me. I guess you could call this place my real room. Yes, it's his room. The massive Emiya house never felt homey to me, but I always felt at ease in here, surrounded by all this junk.
そもそももったいないじゃないか。ガラクタって言ってもまだ使えるし。
A majority of things in the storehouse are everyday things, mostly unusable. I'm not sure whether I brought it all in because I like it here or whether I like this place because it was full of junk. Okay, I was like, he brought all this junk in? I guess he doesn't use it as his room, but I thought all the stuff was already here. Either way, I snuck into the storeroom almost daily and made sort of a hobby of fixing broken things. Not the type who gets attached to things, but just doesn't feel right to neglect things that are still usable, or maybe it would be better to say the idea of doing that just bothers me. Which is why I stay up all night trying to fix a broken stove. Ah, it's a stove.
完成はしたか。 途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
I try to shake off my self-disgust at that. I gather the parts up for the stove and put them back on the shelf of things waiting to get fixed. There's no more room though. Once I fix the stove, the old VCR is up next. Ah yes, the good old, extremely modern, contemporary VCR that everyone still uses today. Both of which were destroyed by Fuji. Oh, what are you doing? Oh man, we can set that aside for now. Alright then. I change into my school uniform. So the storehouse is like my own room. I have all the essentials, including a change of clothes in here. The rest are things like haphazardly drawn blueprints scattered all over the place, and literal junk from my failed attempts at fixing various things. There's also some sort of pattern carved into the storehouse's floor, perhaps used in some sort of altar in the past. Yeah, I wonder what it's satanic summoning ritual. I clap my hands in prayer at the storeroom and turn towards the mansion. Yes, that isn't suspicious at all. I guess in a room that just has a whole bunch of antiques, maybe that wouldn't look too suspicious. I walk from the storehouse to the mansion. The Emiya residence is a Japanese samurai-style house located on the outskirts of town. I never noticed how nice his place was. Maybe in the UBW one I did. It was like huge. It looks really, really nice. My old man wasn't from a notable family, yet for some reason he owns this giant house. That in itself was a mystery, and it also seemed like he didn't have any relatives here in Japan. And so when my old man died, there was no one else to inherit this mansion, so he came to me as his adopted son. He's like, whoa, I knew I got the good end of the deal. Though to be honest, I don't have any administrative abilities. Okay, maybe not. So things like inheritance, property taxes, and other complicated things were all handled by Old Man Fujimura. Old Man Fujimura is a major businessman who lives nearby. Kiritsugu described Old Man Fujimura as an old man who's like a Yakuza boss. Like a Yakuza, yes. Kiryu! And obviously, that was his own biased view. In fact, Old Man Fujimura is not like a Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. Oh! I never knew that! That explains some of the mannerisms of Fujimura. That may be a problem in and of itself, but I try not to dwell on it. Anyway, that's why I live in this giant mansion on my own. It's been 5 years since my old man died. Oh, he's died 5 years ago. Actually, completely honest, I always forget. I never realized that Kiritsugu died 5 years ago. I knew it was sometime between 10 and now, but I guess it was just split the difference. I'm sure I knew at one point, I just completely forgot. Time sure does fly. Hold up. So, I believe Emiya is roughly 17. That's, I want to say, like the second year high school student age. It's either 16 or 17. That means he's been living on his own in this gigantic house since he was 12. I mean, I don't know about the legality of that, but sure. Think about how much I've grown in those 5 years. I trained every day to become like Kiritsugu, but that's easier said than done. It's not surprising since I didn't have what it takes from the start, but the fact that I haven't improved at all these past 5 years forces me to reassess things. If I had to sum up my current situation, I'd say I set the bar too high. I haven't even reached the starting line. Well, no. Rushing won't do me any good. For now, I just have to do what I can. Okay then. What I need to do now is... Someone's gonna scream. Oh! Oh, and here we get like the flowchart shit. Oh! Okay, well, not sure how important this decision will be, but it's time to get every option. I'll take care of my daily tasks first and then I'll go back to help Sakura. I hope it leads into the same thing. I feel like there shouldn't be too many major choices right at the start, you know. There's a respectable dojo built within the Emiya house. It was added as an afterthought when the entire house was built. It was nothing more than a hobby and indulgence. Alright then, I'll do some light exercise before breakfast. Why did that happen? Is it when I drag it? I'm not really studying martial arts, my old man once told me. If you want to be like me, you'll need to harden your body. Since then, I made a point of working out every day. Gotta work out, morning workout. I finished up my daily setups and changed from my dogi to my school uniform. Since I overslept, I decided to work out just enough to satisfy me. A few sit-ups with no stretching should be enough. I'm not built to bulk up, and no matter how important they say bodybuilding is, it's not like I want to get into fights. All I need is scheme, enough athletic ability to handle unexpected situations, and be able to move the way my silly ideals require. After all, the thing I want most is to be a complete opposite of an athlete.
もうこんな時間か。
I toss my sweaty dogi into the laundry hamper. It's already 20 past 6. The Emiya household mornings start early, so even this time would be considered late for breakfast. Breakfast is already prepared. The appetizing scent of breakfast Sakura cooked wafts towards me from the dining table.
お疲れ様でした。
Oh, she's got a cute little
こっちも
apron.
朝食の支度終わりましたよ。
I still remember in the intro cinematic when they showed Sakura in an apron cooking stuff. She just had this like smile that just stayed frozen on her face as she moved around. It was a little bit creepy.
サンキュー。すまん。俺がね過ごした分、さくらに無理させちまって。
I remember when I first saw this, I'm like, damn, Shirou has this really cute kohai who just goes to his place, cooks him breakfast, does his housework for him. Like, what the fuck?
そんな全然無理なんかじゃないですよ。それに寝坊なんかじゃありません。
部活は関係ないよ。それを言ったら朝練があるさくらがうちに来てくれるのってすごい早起きじゃないか。
She'll get there, she'll get there.
あ、いえ、私は好きでしていることですから、部活のことは気にしないでください。
それは何度も聞いた。
Okay, he's like, I gotta wake up early because you're here, and you got clubs, so you gotta do this extra early. I can't just let you do this yourself.
まあだから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしたいんだ。さくらが来てくれるならその時間には起きてないと失礼だろ。
To me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and oversleeping means I make Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today.
先輩、そういうところこだわりますよね。三釣先輩、エミヤは粗雑なくせに律儀すぎてうるさいって。
I forgot, was Mitsuzuri Ayako? I think it was. Mitsuzuri is a captain of the Kyoto Club Sakura's in. Yep, she's a captain. And she and I seem to cross paths often.
あいつまだ俺への文句をさくらにこぼしてんのか。
はい。先輩が卒業するまでに何としても鮭を鳴らせてやるって毎日頑張ってます。
Oh my god, this sentence makes it sound like she's gonna make him take an arrow to the knee. Bring you to your knees. Oh!
今じゃあいつのが段位高いだろうに。あれかな、思い出は無敵ってやつかな。美化されてるのは悪い気分じゃないけど、それも人によりけりっていうか。
That's right. When Ayako said that there's someone who's better, but he just doesn't come to the club anymore. She's talking about Shirou, yeah.
三釣先輩、すっごく負けず嫌いですから、きっと心の中で先輩をライバルみたいに思ってますよ。
She's like, I got this great idea. If I beat Emiya at archery, then I beat Emiya, and then and we can make a deal. If I beat him, he becomes my boyfriend, and then I beat Rin. Yes, that's 2 birds with 1 stone. Sakura scoops up rice into a bowl as she talks. It's almost 6:30. The Kyoto Club's morning practice starts at 7. Attendance is not mandatory, but she doesn't have much time left.
藤根はそろそろか。ま、この時間に来ない方が悪いんだし。さくら、先に食べていいよ。
そうですね。はい、どうぞ先輩。
Sakura hands me the rice bowl with a smile. Oops. I should be used to this every morning, but her delicate fingers catch my attention. What? What is this thing? You guys, you know what? I might have to switch to controller at this point. It's really distracting. I don't know what I'm doing. Is it like a motion I'm doing? I think it is. Anyways. I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more proactive lately. Her casual movements are so pretty, she often takes my breath away. Maybe it's because I never saw Sakura that way before, but now I'm noticing how feminine she's becoming.
先輩、どうかしましたか？
いや、どうもしてない。どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
Huh? Honestly, it's baffling. Why the hell am I getting nervous around my friend's younger sister? Yeah, my friend, my really good friend who's really good. Sakura is just a really good and considerate younger friend of mine, and she's someone I need to look after. Yeah, that's all. She's the younger sister of a friend of mine. We used to be friendly though. Initially, we weren't very close as she's a grade below me. It was only a year and a half ago that our relationship became more what it is now. Sakura started to come and cook meals for me when I got hurt, and things kind of stayed like that. I think this arrangement was supposed to last until I got better, but I guess something or other happened, and somehow she ended up helping out with house chores. So, Emiya got hurt a year and a half ago? I wonder what that injury was. Either way, Sakura's a good cook, and her cleaning and laundry skills are perfect. Having her come early in the morning is a big help, but it's been disconcerting recently. Sakura isn't the problem, it's me. I'm sure being flustered by my friend's sister is a part of the reason I feel guilty. Usually I'm unfazed, but when I blush because I get caught off like now, I wonder whether that's a problematic as her senpai. Breakfast is lined up neatly on the table. A perfectly balanced meal of chicken with parsley salad, grilled salmon, blanched spinach, miso soup with radish and carrots, and grated yam soup. Damn, that's a big breakfast. Sakura and I sit down and bow, and begin our meal in silence. The gentle tapping of chopsticks is the only sound in the room. I will say, I do remember the format of this room. It feels very homey. Sakura isn't typically talkative, and I hardly have anything to chat about during meals. So, we eat in silence. Normally, it's much rowdier than this, but the person who usually causes the commotion... Oh, she's here. Must have watched a spy movie or something last night, because she's eyeing the two of us through the newspaper she propped up in front of her food. I just imagine her paper, she has two holes there to put her eyes through. It's like, I'm watching you guys. Sakura remarks diffidently, but Fujine ignores her. Fujine is acting weird, but her being weird at breakfast isn't really all that weird for her. She's part of the Yakuza! Sakura's used to it too, and she's eating as if nothing's the matter. Sakura typically cooks up Western dishes. She really only began learning to cook Japanese dishes since she started coming here to help me out. Sakura learned to cook simple Japanese dishes, at least for breakfast, because Fujine and I preferred them. Now Sakura's cooking skills have improved to the point where she's better than me, and I'm the one who was teaching her. Her miso soup is so flavorful and refined now, she's even gotten to the point where she can grate yams to make yam soup. Actually, I think today's the first time she's ever served yam soup.
Sakura, 醤油取って。
はい。大変です先輩。先輩のお醤油は昨日で切れてます。
Soy sauce is life. We can never run out.
じゃあ、藤根のでいいや。取って。
Oh no.
藤村先生、いいですか?
Oh, she's still quiet. The newspaper shuffles.
はいどうぞ。とろろ汁に使うんですか?
まあ、とろろには醤油だろう、普通。
I'm just waiting for the moment Fujimura explodes. A line of soy sauce streams from the bottle onto the grated white mound. I stir the mixture up, pour it over my rice, and take a bite. The stickiness of the grated yam combined with the intense flavor of the soy sauce. Oh!
これソースだぞ、ソース。しかもオイスター。
I completely forgot about this. It's just a prank, bro. Oh! Fujine tosses the newspaper on the table with an enthusiastic flick of her wrist.
どうだ。朝のうちにソースとお醤油のラベルを取り替えておく作戦なのだ。
Okay, oyster sauce is also really good, but boy, if you put the same amount of soy sauce as soy sauce, that shit is way too flavorful. It just hits you like a truck. I understand Shiro's feelings. The color-wise they're the same, but honestly, I think it's really hard to mistake, at least from the oyster sauce and soy sauce I use, they're really hard to mistake because the viscosity is so different. One of them is really, really viscous, while the other one's a liquid, so it's you fell for it, fool! The not-so-mysterious spy punches the air in victory.
朝っぱらから何考えてんだ、あんたは。 今年で25のくせにいつまで経っても藤音は藤音だな。
Oh, look at this. I wonder if I actually don't know this. Is Fujimura his legal guardian at this point? Since she is 8 years older, I'm assuming. So when he was 12, which is when he inherited the mansion, she would have been 20, which is legally an adult in Japan. Maybe?
ふふーんだ。昨日の恨み思い知ったか。みんなと一緒になってお姉ちゃんをいじめるやつには当然の天罰ってところかしら。
I have to say, the smile is really, really cute.
天罰ってのは人為的なもんじゃないだろう。なんかおとなしいと思ったら昨日からこんなこと考えてやったのか。この暇人。
Dude, what is that?
そうだよ。おかげでこれから急いでテストの採点しなくちゃいけないんだから。そういうわけで急がないとやばいのだ。
Wait, I gotta switch remotes. This is getting out of hand. All right, we're good. Actually, no, we're not. I have to find out what the controls are for the remote. Unsurprisingly, they're very similar to Tsukihime's. Perfect.
はい、ごちそうさま。朝ごはん、今日も美味しかったよ、さくらちゃん。
お粗末様でした。
She's like, sure.
それじゃ先に行くわね。二人とも遅刻したら怒るわよ。
Oh, my job here is done. My people need me. Good, so long. And she goes off, stomping out in a rush. There's something terribly wrong with a world that allows someone like her to become a teacher.
先輩、
She ruined my food.
すまない。せっかくの朝食だっていうのに藤音のやつろくに味わいもしないで。
Perfect. Now I can eat her yam thing with actual soy sauce.
いえ、そういうのではなくて、昨日藤村先生に何かしたんですか？食べ物に細工するなんて藤村先生にしてはやりすぎですから。
Oh, is this the broken VCR and that's why he was talking about spy movies?
いや、それがさ、昨日ついあだ名で呼んじまった。
Oh no, how dare you.
それじゃあ仕方ありませんね。先輩、藤村先生に謝らなかったんでしょう。
面目ない。いつものことなんて忘れてた。
ダメですよ。
No.
藤村
Bad,
先
bad
生、
Shirou.
先輩にあだ名を言われるのだけは嫌がるんですから。また泣かせちゃったんでしょう。
He's like, no, no, bad boy.
泣かした上にダットのごとく走り去らせた。おかげで昨日の英語は自習だった。
It's like, oh man, we had self-study today. Why? It's like Shiro's being mean to me. In fact, everyone in the class worked together to make an award for me from their notebook paper because of that. I threw it away, obviously.
も
Mean to me,
う、
mean
そ
to
れじゃあ
me.
今朝のは先輩が悪いです。
Fujine is an older sister to Sakura, so she's typically on Fujine's side. Which is fine on its own, but I wish she would consider the fact that I have to deal with Fujine all day long. Literally, she's my teacher, and then when I'm home, she's there. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of my old man, and she swung by the house pretty frequently since I was adopted. She kept coming on over, even after my old man died. Now she acts like a freeloader, eating breakfast and dinner every day. Actually, it might have been thanks to Fujine that I was able to make it on my own after my old man died. Okay, so it is kind of like that. It wasn't that she's his guardian, but he wasn't alone after his father died. Even though he owned the entire house himself, he still had company day and night. And now, it is me, Fujine, and Sakura who are the residents of this Emiya house. But at the same time, I'm the only one that knows that my old man was a mage. They say mages have to keep that part of their life secret. Yo, little kid, random kid I've just met. Did you know I'm a mage? A magician? Which is why I've also been hiding from others that I'm learning magecraft after I became my old man's apprentice. Learning might be a little bit of a stretch, really, since I can barely use magecraft properly. So it wouldn't make much of a difference whether I hide magecraft or not. But since it was my old man's dying wish, I've been training in secret. I finish breakfast and get ready for school. Put away the dishes with Sakura as I listen to the news on TV in the background. Sakura's looking blankly at the TV. A flashy caption reading, "Gas leak continues," pops up on the screen. Ah, yes. This is where I start realizing, oh god, we have to hide this this event that just happened like Many people died in our battles. Gas leak. Yeah, everything was gas leak. There was a I don't know, flood. It was gas leak. There seems to have been a big accident in the neighboring city of Shinto. It happened on a building in a business district. Apparently everyone on one of its floors lost consciousness from oxygen deprivation. Actually, let me take a chance to look at the logs, which is why. Okay, Shinto is... I forgot the two areas in this region. But if it's a business district, it must be the modern area. Huh, I don't remember who this is. Once again, it's been a very long time since I've experienced Fate Stay Night. Authorities have been calling it an accident resulting from gas leaks, but for some reason, these incidents have been happening often. Wait, did anyone die? Did it say people died? It just says gas leak and people were KO'd from oxygen deprivation.
今のニュース気になるのか、さくら。
いえ、別に。ただ、事故がシントで起きているなら近いなって。先輩、シントの方でアルバイトしていますよね。
I guess another thing to say, I think I know what that is, that event. Every time in visual novels or just in games that have like a long plot, whenever they mention news on the TV, it's like, oh man, accidents or like serial killers on the loose. You know that's gonna be plot relevant. You're gonna know what's gonna happen at that floor eventually.
知ってるけど、別にそんな大きな店じゃないよ。今のニュースみたいな事故は起きないと思う。
But I can't entirely ignore the idea either. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and it especially pains me to think that hundreds of people have fallen victim. Some say that these accidents are happening because of the faulty construction work done during the rapid development projects in Shinto. Either way, I hope there won't be any more victims.
物騒な話だ。俺たちも気をつけないと。
We'll never be in a gas leak.
それならご心配なく先輩。ガスの元栓はいつも2回チェックしてますから安心です。
They keep like removing the text really briefly to show that they're changing expression, but I'm like reading the text and it's like, oh wait, where to go? Sakura proudly proclaims.
いや、そういう話でなくて。
Yep, I've always known Sakura is a little off too. Oh man, she is really cute though.
先輩、裏手の戸締まりはしました？
したよ。缶抜きかけたけど問題あるか？
ありません。それじゃあ鍵かけますね。先輩、今日のお帰りは何時ですか？
But what happens if someone jumps over the wall? It's like there's literally nothing I can do to defend against that.
少し遅くなると思う。さくらは？
私はいつも通りです。多分私の方が早いと思いますから、夕食の下準備は済ませておきますね。
うん、助かる。俺もできるだけ早く帰るよ。
The gate is locked tight. Sakura and Fujine both have keys to the house, and the rule is that whoever leaves last is in charge of locking everything up.
行こうか。急がないと朝練に間に合わない。
はい。それじゃあ少しだけ急ぎましょうか、先輩。
Sakura and I walk into town. We walk downhill along a long wall to reach a more populated residential area. The Emiya house is located on the top of a hill, away from the center of the town. Heading down the hill leads us to the residential area. Going further down, we reach the intersection at the center of the town. It's the bridge! Several roads lead from the center of the town. There's a large bridge that connects to the neighboring town. A hill that leads to the Ryudo Temple. A residential area located opposite my house. A shopping district that both Sakura and I often go. And finally, there's a path that leads to our school. We head straight to school without taking any detours. It's barely 7 o'clock, so there's hardly anyone around. Students making their way to the morning club activities are the only ones to be found along our route. It's the school district.
それじゃあまたな。部活頑張れよ。
I see Sakura off at the school gate as usual. Sakura is in the Kyoto club, so this is where we usually split off. He's like, no, my precious senpai time. And yet, Sakura doesn't budge this morning.
さくら、体の調子悪いのか？
いえ、そういうことじゃなくて、 は道場の方に寄っていきませんか？
いや別に道場に用はないぞ。それに今日は一斉に頼まれてるから生徒会室に行かないとまずい。
Shirou was there repairing something. We saw that in episode 1.
そうですよね。ごめんなさい。余計なことを言っちゃって。
Sakura quickly bows her head. Huh?
それじゃあ失礼します。晩ご飯楽しみにしていてくださいね。
What's for din din? Sakura runs towards the dojo, seeming almost apologetic. What was that? I wonder what that was all about.
Issei, いるか？
We're in the student council room. Let's go.
いるぞ。今朝は少し遅かったな、エミヤ。
Issei glanced up from his desk, looking like he's been studying through some papers.
一斉だけか。他の連中はどうしたんだ？この時間なら登校しててもおかしくないだろ
いや、あいにくとうちのメンバーはビジネスライクでね。働く時間帯はきっかり決まっていて、早出と残業はしたくないのだそうだ。
う。それで生徒会長自らが雑用か。ここはここで大変そうだな。
何？好きでしている苦労だ。エミヤに同情してもらうのは筋が
I
違う。
am the president. I have to do these work. I have to do this anyways, but I am the president.
いや、一斉に同情なんてしてないぞ。
I couldn't care less.
うん。それはそれで無念だが、聞き流すとしよう。情が映っているということでは同じだからな。
Issei, who's gathering his papers into a single sheaf, okay, and tapping the edges against the table to square them neatly, is the big boss at the student council. Come to think of it, we didn't really get much of like the student side in Tsukihime. Not the student side necessarily, but like usually in these games, the student council president will end up being like a big person, like in which on the Holy Night it was, you know, it was Aozaki. Here we have Issei. I don't know if we ever met the student council president in Tsukihime, and I don't know if they'll ever be relevant. He's been working to reform the student council, which has grown quite lax, and he's been a friend of mine since our first year in the school. His full name is Issei Ryudo. Despite his old-fashioned sounding name, he has an elegant facial features, and he's popular with the girls. He's also student council president, so you'd think he would have the leg up over everyone else, but that's not exactly the case.
やはり朝は舌がしびれるほどの熱湯が良い。
Oh yes, I love not being able to feel my tongue. It's saying stuff like this, like that, as he sips tea that prevents him from quite sticking the landing. As evidence, Issei is quite plain. He's prone to be misunderstood, yet he neither dabbles in relationships nor he does what typical students do for fun. I think that's a little bit wrong. It's nor does he. Whatever. He's the heir to the Ryudo Temple, which sits up top of a mountain. He himself understands that he will inherit the temple. And there's a strong possibility that he'll shave his head without so much as a complaint as soon as he graduates from school.
それで、
Wow,
今日は何をするんだ？
that's really different than like Tobimaru in Witch on the Holy Night. Tobimaru was the vice president, and he was like, yeah, I'm high up, etc. But like, I plan on forging my own future and like doing my own thing. I want to do my own thing. While Issei's like, yep, my future's decided. I'll just suck it up and do whatever.
ああ、まあともかく座って一服と言いたいのだが、時間がないな。移動がてら説明をするゆえ、いつもの道具を持ってついてきてくれ。
All right, let me get my tools.
率直に言うとな、うちの学校、金のバランスが極端なんだよ。
知ってる。運動系がひいきされてるもんで、他に予算がいかないんだろ？
Had a pretty sick archery range.
結果、文化系の部員は絶えず不遇の扱いでな。
You could change that as student council
今年から
president.
文化系に予算が行くよう尽力しているのだが、予算の流れが不鮮明でうまく回っていない。おかげで未だ
Oh,
文化系の物質は不遇でな。
come to think of it, Tosaka did mention that actually.
特に冬のストーブ不足に関しては打開策がまるでない。
Oh, now he's fixing the heaters. I thought the thing he had at home was a heater.
そうか。あ、マイナスドライバーくれ。一番大きいやつな。
Oh, wow.
あと動線も。
Huh.
これぐらいならなんとか。
I never realized that's what they call it. We call it a flathead screw. He called it a minus driver. Which makes sense because a minus makes like that shape. And it's a screwdriver, so driver also makes sense.
導線これか。すまん。よくわからん。間違っていたら叱ってくれ。
What are these fancy tools you're using?
当たってるからいいよ。で、ストーブ不足がどうしたって？ここ以外にも故障してんのがあんのか？
ある。第二小学室と美術部の暖房器具が怪しいそうだ。新品購入願いの嘆願書が刻一刻と増えている。
けど予算にそんな余裕はないと。やっぱり劣化してるだけだな。中がイカれてなくて助かった。
So, am I doing this for free? Is it, are you gonna owe me later?
うん。治りそうか、エミヤ。
治るよ。こういう時古いやつは分かりやすくていい。配線系のショートだから新しいのに変えればとりあえず今年いっぱいは頑張ってくれる。
そうか。
He's like,
や
yeah.
るな、エミヤ。お前が頼りになると極めて嬉しいぞ。
Hopefully I'll graduate before I have to fix this problem because it won't be my problem anymore.
おかしな日本語使うね、伊勢。と。もう少しで済むからちょっと外に出ててくれ。
Ah, now he's gonna run to the toe sucker.
エミヤの邪魔はせん。
And he speaks very proper. Issei quietly steps out of the classroom. You might be thinking that I want to start on some sensitive work.
いや、デリケートといえばデリケートなんだけど。
But I put my hand on the old electric stove. No matter how long someone's been fixing things, they can't usually figure out what's wrong by sight. So, the fact that I can means what I'm doing is not ordinary. I close my eyes and look inside the stove by touch. It's inside the stove. Then suddenly, a single image pops into my head. Oh god, he's got the power of cat
電
key.
線しかかってるのが2つと、電熱管はまだ持つな。電源コードの方は絶縁テープでなんとかなる。
This is honestly a really cool ability to basically understand the structure and the inner workings of whatever you touch. It's basically an analysis function. Good. I should be able to fix it with just the tools I brought along. If the electrical pipes were broken, it wouldn't be fixable by an amateur. Luckily, I'm no amateur. Had that been the case, a certain strengthening would have to be done, which no amateur could manage, but I should be able to fix this one by sight. This is the Magecraft Kirtsugu taught me.
よし、始めるか。
I take off the cover to begin my repairs. I already know where it's broken, so the rest of the work is easy.
これだけは得意なんだけどな。
Oh man, I'm only good at fixing things. That's right. I, Shirou Emiya, have absolutely no talent in Magecraft. But for some reason, I have a knack for visualizing the structures of things or blueprints, like I did just now. My old man once saw me imagine and recreate a blueprint. He looked surprised and muttered, "What a useful talent." My special talent appears to be pointless. According to my old man, the fact that I can visualize object structure isn't really helpful. Dude, that's so fucking cool! A mage normally wouldn't need to survey an object's entire structure like I do. He claims that the mage struggle is to instantly seek out an object's center, or its core, and transform it as quickly as possible. That's why reading blueprints is a waste of time, and even that only helps to seek out areas for magical energy to pass through. And so, fixing broken stuff is one of the only things I'm good at. After all, I don't have to open the entire thing up to find the problem. If I can find out the problem quickly, I can fix most things as long as I have the know-how to repair it. Though, I can only do that with the things an amateur could reasonably be expected to fix.
よし、終わり。次に行くか。
He's like, Issei, I'm done. He's like, but are you done with the second one, Emiya? And he brings in like 50 more heaters. Like, I need this done by homeroom. I put away the conductors, pick up the screwdriver and wrench, and head out to the hallway. We're gonna see her.
伊勢、修理終わったぞ。
Oh, hey. A female student is standing next to Issei in the hallway. It's really cool that we get to see her from a different POV since we were just playing as her 2 episodes ago. And dang, she looks really, really warm in that jacket. I'm a little surprised. The girl talking to Issei is Rin Tosaka, a second year from Class A. She lives in a giant Western-style mansion on a big hill, and she's an extraordinary honor student. She's pretty, smart, athletic, no flaws at all. She's intelligent and polite, and never really brags about her look. She's truly the ideal girl to guys. Apparently. Luckily, I don't really care because I already have a girl at my home, which is why the male students treat her like an idol. But Tosaka's just too good, and she's become unattainable. The guys all say the only people who can talk to Tosaka are Issei and the teachers. Wait, what about— oh wait, she's probably referring to guys. I was gonna say, what about the 3 people that are her fangirls and like Ayako? Well, okay, I'm also a guy. And including myself on— oh, never mind. I'm including myself in the list of her admirers. Tosaka's looking at us, annoyed. Dude, what did you do? I don't want her to not like me already. I guess rumors are true that Issei and Tosaka don't get along.
悪い。頼んだのはこっちなのに、エミヤに任せっきりにしてしまった。許せ。
Whoa. Issei's pretty gutsy, talking to me and completely ignoring Tosaka like that.
そんなこと気にするな。で、次はどこだよ。
ああ、次は視聴覚室だ。前から調子が悪かったそうなんだが、この度ついに天寿を全うされた。
I don't remember if this is the exact lines that we had in the other route, but I think it might be. Oh crap, I forgot something. Wait, I'll be right back. Oh! We have another event here, but I completely forgot about this part with Sakura. I was gonna go back and check it out, and now I guess I will. Okay, let's see how this goes. The text that we've already looked at kind of looks— how do I phrase this? Green? Alright, here I'll go help Sakura. Yeah, let's try that. Right, I need help Sakura. Sorry for going back, but I do want to check out everything. Making someone younger than me do all the work would be embarrassing, and I feel bad for Sakura for coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. Breakfast looks to be done already. The appetizing scent of the breakfast Sakura cooked wafts into towards me from the kitchen. Oh, this part's already kind of the same. Sakura finishes cooking and she's searching the cupboards for the dishes. Oh no, it's a little different.
面目ない。せめて食器の用意ぐらいはやるから、さくらは座っててくれ。
もう来ちゃったんですか、先輩。
もうじゃないぞ。6時10分って言ったら朝飯を食ってる時間じゃないか。完全に寝坊だよ。
そんなことはないと思いますよ。先輩は部活をしていないんですから。
It's very
この
similar.
時間は十分に早起きです。
I'm gonna take a look at the flow chart. I feel like trying to get here every time. Okay, so here we have some— oh, we have some Sakura points here. I see. And are we gonna get Issei points here? Issei, you are the best man. Ah, okay, this will actually make it easier to understand because in Tsukihime, they didn't really give an indication of whether or not you got points for certain characters, and that made kind of like, I don't know if I got the right ending or not, or I made the right choices. I end up having to follow a guide, but here it makes it very clear. And then we lead up to actually eating it. Cool.
部活は関係ない。それを言ったら朝練があるさくらがうちに来てくれるのも問題じゃないか。
私は好きでしていることですから、部活のことは気にしないでください。
ああ、それは何度も聞いた。だから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしてるんだ。さくらが来てくれるなら、その時間には起きてないと失礼だろ。
I thought I was skipping through red dialogue, but I was just super autoing. That was an accident. My bad. To me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and oversleeping means I made Sakura prepare breakfast on her own like today. Though this arrangement started only about how— yeah, it's very similar.
さくらは休んでろよ。あとは並べるだけなんだから、それぐらい俺にやらせてくれ。
I stand next to Sakura and pulled out the dishes. Sakura has a surprisingly stubborn side, so she won't rest unless I really push. Let me do the
私
dishes!
もお手伝いします。お皿には私が盛りますから、先輩はお茶碗を出してください。
いや、だから全部こっちでやるからいいってば。
Go sit down!
いけません。
No!
先輩はお家の主人なんですから、朝くらいはドーンと構えていてください。
You're the head of the household. Just act it all important.
ドーンと構えろって。さくら一人に働かせてのんびりしている主人なんて家主失格だぞ。いいから さくらは今に言ってろって。
はいぜひ失格してください。これいつも美味しいご飯を食べさせてもらっているお返しなんです。だからできれば先輩にはゆっくりしていてほしいです。
食費だったら折半なんだからさくらが気にすることじゃない。感謝なんて言ったら俺がしたいぐらいだ。さくらが
Oh,
やっ
whoops.
ぱり先輩分かってなかったんですね。
Come
先輩
on.
のお家のご飯が美味しいのは
Read between the
そういうこと
lines.
じゃないんです。
そういうことじゃないってどういうことだ？
Come on. Ah.
何でもありませんけど責任取ってくださいね。私先輩の家じゃないとご飯を美味しくいただけなくなっちゃったんですから。
バカ、おかしなこと言うな。藤姉に聞かれたらどうするんだ。あの人には冗談なんて通じないんだから。
What sarcasm?
そうですね。藤村先生に聞かれたら大変です。
まったくだ。あんまりおかしなこと言うな。
She's right behind me, isn't she?
はい言いません言いませんからお手伝いしていいですよね。
Oh gosh, she's threatening us now. Ugh. Sakura looks at me in the eye so naturally and calmly.
いいよ、好きにしろ。そんなにやりたきゃさくらに任せる。
It's so weird. It's like, man, no, I'm not gonna let you do the work. Let me do the work.
はい好きにします私。
まったく、本当に最近言うこと聞かなくなったよな、さくら。
ですね。藤村先生に似てきたのかもしれません。
She responds softly as she reaches towards the cupboard. Her dark hair gently falls over her shoulder, and the curves of her body catch my eye. Ooh, I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more feminine lately. Her casual movements or her profile are so pretty. I inadvertently avert my eyes.
先輩どうかしましたか？
いや、どうもしてない。どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
Huh? Honestly, it's baffling. Why the hell am I getting nervous around my friend's younger sister? Sakura's just a really good and considerate younger friend of mine. And yeah, she's something I need to look after. Yeah, that's it. She's a younger sister of a friend of mine, and we used to be friendly, though we initially weren't very close since she's a grade below me. It was like a year and a half ago that, okay, this is the same. Started cooking meals when I got hurt, and it was supposed to last until she got better, but she kind of stayed. Okay. Having her come early in the morning is a big help. It's been disconcerting recently. Sakura isn't the problem, it's me. Yeah. Oh, we have a different CG. I'm sure being flustered by my friend's sister is part of the reason I feel guilty. Yeah, I'm starting to remember the memories of a younger Dennis. Usually I'm unfazed, but when I blush because I get caught off guard like now, I wonder whether that's problematic as her senpai. Ah, now we can skip these scenes. Nice. That is really useful. Holy crap, that is really useful. Now obviously we're going through like the scene I'm currently in, so they can't completely skip it, but here we're back to where we were. So last thing he said, Ichi's pretty gutsy for ignoring Tosaka. Don't worry about it, so what's next? There's not much time. I think it's the audio visual room, right?
前から調子が悪かったそうなんだが、この度ついに天寿を全うされた。
天寿全うしてたら直せないだろ。買い直した方が早いぞ。
Yeah, you can never revive things from the dead.
そうなんだが、一応見てくれると助かる。俺から見れば臨終だが、お前から見れば仮病かもしれん。
そうか。なら試そう。
Osaka's like, talk to me. There's only about 30 minutes until homeroom starts. I need to hurry and fix it or I'll run out of time. Bye-bye. I head to the audio-visual room, but I realize completely ignoring Tosaka would be rude. I turn to face her since she's standing there the whole time.
朝早いんだな、Tosaka.
She's like, I blurted out the first thing that comes to mind, and then follow Issei. That is a weird thing to say. It's like, oh, you're awfully early. Bye-bye!
ギリギリ間に合ったか。すまんない、ミヤ。また苦労をかけた。頼み事をした上に遅刻させては友人失格だ。
Wait, we're not late. You just said we're on time.
別に気にするな。俺が遅刻する分には大したことじゃないだろ。ま、もっともだ。いや、
間に合ってよかった。
Is he a problem if he's late because he's the student council president and he can't be a bad example for the people? Issei exhales a sigh of relief and heads to his desk. So, I just want to get this straight. Issei is in the same class as us, Emiya, but we're still in the second years. Is it common for second year students to be student council president? I usually assume that's going to be someone that's a third year. It's exactly 8 o'clock. 5 minutes after the bell for homeroom rings, Fujinea will enter the classroom. My breathing is labored since I ran from the audiovisual room. I take a deep breath before I take my seat.
朝から騒がしいねエミヤ。部活を辞めてから何をしてるかと思えば竜道の太鼓持ち。僕には関係ないけどさ、うちの評判を落とすようなことはしないでよね君。なんていうか節操ないからさ。
Yes, we used to be very, very good friends. Ah! Standing in front of my desk is Shinji Mato. He's been a friend of mine since middle school. His last name is Mato, and he's Sakura's older brother. He's 1 year older than her.
よ、弓道部は落ち着いてるか、シンジ。
当然だろ。部外者に話してもしょうがないけど、目立ちたがり屋が一人減ったんで平和になったんだ。次の大会だっていいところまで行くさ。
This is a weird expression.
そうか。三つ釣りも頑張ってるんだな。
I love how you assumed it's Mizuzuri instead of it's Shinji. So I am too, man.
何見当違いなこと言ってんの。弓道部が記録を伸ばしてるのは僕がいるからに決まってるじゃんか。エミヤさ、とっくに部外者なんだから知ったような口を叩くと恥をかくよ。
I mean, you're telling me about it, and then you're like, stop talking about it. What the fuck do you want me to do?
そうか。気をつけよう。もっとも弓道部に用はないから関わることはないけどな。
I put my bag on the desk and pulled the chair back.
何それ。僕の弓道部には興味がないってこと。
What do you want me to do?
興味じゃなくて用だよ。部外者なんだからおいそれと道場に行くの変だろう。けど何かあったら言ってくれ。手伝えることがあったら手伝う。弦張りとか弓の直し、シンジは苦手だったろ。
そう、サンキュー。何か雑用があったら声をかけるよ。ま、そんなことはないだろうけどさ。
ああ、それがいい。雑用を残しているようなやつは首相失格だからな。あんまり藤村先生を困らせるなよ。
She's Yakuza. Yakuza.
本気で怖いぞ。
余計なお世話だ。ともかくお前はもう部外者なんだから道場に近づくなよ。
You just told me to visit so I can see you like be awesome. Now you're like, don't fucking go to the club. What do you want me to do? And just like that, Shinji heads off to his seat, all self-important bluster as ever. He does seem moodier than usual.
ふざけたやつだ。自分からエミヤを追い出しておいてよくもあんな口が聞ける。
Oh, the deets.
なんだ伊勢、いたのか。
なんだとはなんだ。気を利かして聞き耳を立てていた友人に向かってなんと冷淡な男だお前は。
Oh man, he's blushing. He's like, notice me.
なんで気を利かすのさ。俺一斉に心配されるようなことをしてないぞ。
You know, I said there were 3 routes, even though it looks like there are 5. Maybe one of them is Issei's.
たわけ心配もするわ。エミヤはカッとなりやすいからな。真珠に殴りかかれば皆は喝采を送るが、女どもからは非難の嵐だ。友人をそんな微妙な立場に置くのはよろしくない。
そっか。うん。言われてみればそうだ。ありがとう、伊勢。そんなことにはならないだろうけど、今の心配はありがたい。
うん。分かればよろしい。だが意外だったぞ。エミヤは怒りやすいくせにマトウには寛大なんだな。
I didn't realize that Emiya had a short fuse, to be honest.
ああ。あれはシンジの味だからな。付き合いが長いと慣れてくる。
He's just like that. You know Shinji, right? Right.
うん。そんなものか。
そんなものです。ほら、納得したら席に戻れよ。そろそろ藤村先生がすっ飛んでくるぞ。
You know, it is a general rule of thumb that you are not late if her teacher's late.
あの方は飛んでくるというより浮いてくるという感じだかな。
Oh, I was expecting a bam from the door. The bell to start homeroom rings. Normally, the homeroom teacher comes into the classroom 5 minutes before homeroom starts, but our teacher isn't what you call typical. Homeroom for Class 2C typically starts 1 minute after the starting bell. In other words, right after I click this A button, she's going to hop in. Yeah, frickin' no. Oh man, she's pretty funny. Is she gonna have toast? Homeroom starts with the sound of Fujine's shouts and hurried footsteps. Whoa!
おーし間に合ったー。みんなおは
Oh god, Sakura's breakfast. I didn't eat much of it's coming out. Gonk. Fujine tumbles and I hear some kind of unnatural sound. I did not expect it at all. Oh, she's fucking dead. Contrary to the hectic sounds of a few seconds earlier, the classroom is now dead silent. The mood shifts sharply. It's no wonder Fujine is called the human roller coaster. But honestly, the way she fell didn't seem like a laughing matter. Fujine hit her head against the podium, so she's still lying on the floor. Seeing her lying there, face down, unmoving, has everyone imagining the worst. Just walk up and like start kicking her. Not like viciously, but like there as a poker to see if she's still alive.
やだよ。近づいた途端パクって食べられたら怖いもん。
ミミックじゃあるまいし、さすがに藤
Oh,
村
the
でも
cup mimics during this time period.
あんたね、そういうんなら自分で起こしてあげなさいよ。
うわ、俺パス。こういうの苦手。
私だって苦手よ。大体なんで女の子にやらせるわけ？男子やりなさいよね、男子。
I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like in this case, a girl should probably do it because you wouldn't want a guy to just touch a woman, right? At least in Japanese society, wouldn't it be inappropriate? The students in the front row start to get rowdy. Those of us sitting in the middle rows can't see what's going on. So we all stand up to get a look.
ちょっと先生動いてないぞ。気絶してんじゃないのか？
Just another day in this classroom. Someone brings up the obvious. But the problem is, how would we ever get Fujine to the infirmary? We're all like comrades in arms after our time dealing with Fujine. Like, man, we're all in this together because we have to deal with this really crazy, just Joker factor. Probably nobody's thrilled about the idea of taking a teacher to the infirmary.
藤村先生、大丈夫ですか？
A brave girl approaches. Fujine isn't moving. The glass grows more concerned.
まずいって今の転び方。こう頭から直角に教壇に突っ込んだじゃないか。
Oh, she's
あれで
invincible.
無傷だったら藤村無敵っ
Da,
ぽいって。
da, da, da.
いっそのこと野球部にスカウトするのはどうだろう。
やめろよな、そういう脅しは。タイガーが顧問になった日には俺たち甲子園行っちまうぞ。
藤村先生、藤村先生、ダメ。なんか反応ないよ。
She's fucking dead.
お前目の前なんだから起こしてやれよ。やだよ俺。もし死んでたら殺されかねねえ。
でも、だからってほっといたら後が怖いと思うし。
You know, if this was modern day, we'd all have our phones out, taking pictures of her, and no one would be helping her, just like now.
でも誰も近づきたくない。
仕方ねえな。こうなったらあれしかないか。
Emiya?
あれだね。
Are they gonna call her by her nickname? Everyone's on the same page. Except Shinji and I. We kept quiet because the two of us dared not be part of what was about to happen. It comes out a whisper, even with so many students speaking in unison. The word tiger is especially inaudible. And yet, Fujine's previous motionless body reacts.
動いた。効き目ありだぞみんな。よし続けろ。学校ロートンの刑事。
The punishment of the tiger! Everyone must be on edge, since midterm tests are approaching. It's a terrible idea on their part, but some students start to wave their arms and chant Fujine's nickname.
起きろタイガー。朝だぞ。
先生、起きないとタイガーです。
You need a tiger up!
負けるなタイガー。立ち上がれタイガー。
よし起きろ先生それでこそタイガーだぜ
Does this just keep going if I leave you here? Nope, never mind. Ah! I'm gonna kill you! Whoa! Like a sudden bolt of lightning strike, Fujine stands valiantly, as if the fall hardly scratched her. What happened?
何してるの？ダメよ、ホームルーム中に席を立っちゃ。ほらほら、始めるから座りなさい。
Teach, you're bleeding out. It was only a flesh wound, don't worry. Fujine is back to her normal self, stands at the podium. It appears that she recalled nothing between the time she jumped into the classroom and the time she woke up.
おいタイガー覚えてないみたいだぞ
Yeah, it's called brain damage.
ラッキー朝からついてるな俺たちいやついてるっていうのかなこういうの
The students shuffle back to their desks.
今誰か先生のことバカにしなかった？
Nope, not at all, not at
してないっす
all.
よ気のせいじゃないっすか
そっか、ならよし。じゃあ今朝のホームルームを始めるからみんなおとなしく聞くように。
Fujine casually starts homeroom. She always goes on digressions between announcements, so it goes slowly.
そういうわけだからみんなも下校時刻を守るように。
Yeah, don't stay after school, like way after school when it's nighttime, because you might get impaled by someone's spear. Whoa, that sounds weird. No, it's not metaphorically, like physically.
門限は6時だから部活の子たちも長居しちゃダメよ。
6時って言ったらすぐじゃんかタイガ先生それって運動系は免除されないの
されません。それと後藤くん、先生のことは藤村先生って言わなくちゃダメなんだから、次に名前で呼んだら怒るからね。
Oh wait, did he say full name, first name? Yeah, she's a taiga.
はーい以後注意します
Goto sits back down. He doesn't seem particularly remorseful. Too easy. When Fujine says she gets mad, she gets mad. It doesn't matter if it's with a teacher or a student. And that is as close to a serious warning as she's ever going to give. But Goto doesn't realize it.
それじゃあ今日のホームルームはここまで。みんな3次元目の英語で会おうね。
So she teaches English. What's the English version of Taiga? I'm gonna fucking kill you kids. Fujine waves and leaves. So that was Taiga Fujimura, the teacher of classroom 2C. Her nickname, Tiger. That might seem like a joke, but it isn't. She got the nickname because it sounded like her name, Taiga, but Fujine hates it. According to her, it doesn't sound feminine, but she got the nickname because of how she acts, so she kinda had it coming.
授業を始める日直礼を
It's Tosaka's teacher. I believe it's Soichiro. As Fujine exits the room, the first period teacher enters. Because Fujine takes up almost all the homeroom time, mornings are always like this for her class. Hey, you can come to school like 5 minutes late because she'll be knocked out for homeroom. And so another day of classes ends. There are many types of students. Some immerse themselves in club activities, some hurry home, and some hang out in the classrooms after class for no particular reason. I don't really fit into any of those categories.
すまない。ちょっといいかエミヤ。今朝の続きなんだが、今日は時間あるか。
I need more heat.
いや予定はあるといえばあるけど
It's not as if I didn't do anything at all. The biggest reason I quit the Kyudo club in the first place was that I want to prioritize my part-time job. It's been 5 years since I started part-time jobs to earn money for living expenses on my own after my old man died. Ah, and when you do so many different jobs, there are some requests that you just can't say no to. Wow, he's kind of like Sojiro because he also had to do like 5 part-time jobs. I think he had like so many part-time jobs in Witch of the Holy Night, and his roommate stole all his rent money. Today is one of them. I was asked to help restock some product for a bar, so they wanted as many strong helping hands as they could get. Though I'm sure I don't have to go help. The bar's likely asking everyone as an excuse to gather some folks to hang out afterwards. There are 2 options. I should... here we have a split. I'm gonna go to the part-time job first, and then I'm gonna go to the student council second, because I feel like the student council one is the one that gets me points with him. Screw you, Issei. I'm gonna go to my part-time job. So let's look at the flowchart. Yep. And that leads here. Alright. I feel bad for Issei, but I should probably prioritize my part-time job. I would never promise I would go, but since I said I tried, I should probably keep my word.
いや、悪い、一世。先約があるんで、今朝の続きはまたにしてくれないか。
Tomorrow morning fine?
先約？ああ、例のアルバイトか。そうか、それは困らせたな。こちらは今日明日で進退が決まるものでもない。俺の頼みなど気にせず労働に励んでくれ。
すまん。明日の朝一で続きをするから、それでチャラにしてくれ。
ん？そこまで深刻な話でもないと言っただろう。急を要していたものは今朝で片付いた。残った修理品はエミヤの手が空いた時で構わんさ。
そっか。じゃあバイトの休みが取れたら続きをするってことでいいかな。
しさいない。その時はまた頼りにするぞ、エミヤ。
Ah. Bye bye. Issei bids me a stiff farewell and leaves the classroom.
さて。
I shouldn't dawdle. I may not have been given the specific time, but now that I've decided to go to my part-time job, I need to hurry over to the neighboring town. Damn, is that far? Dang.
参ったな。ほんの手伝いのつもりだったのに、3万円ももらってしまった。
Dang, he got 3 hundo. At least during the time, I think that was the exchange rate at the time. It's like an unexpected windfall or a stroke of good luck. Copenhagen, where I work today, is like a bar and a supermarket that sells liquor all in one, and it takes a lot of people to restock inventory for this place. It's a job that needs at least 5 people, but the more people you have after that makes it everyone's lives easier. Yet the boss is always like, he mentions it so casually to the part-time workers and seems to think it was enough. You know, for one day of work, I'm assuming it's one day of work, $300 is really, really good, especially for a student. But I'm the only one who shows up. The only people there for inventory were me, the boss, and Neko, his daughter. All hell broke loose.
バカだね、あんた。そりゃ誰も来るわけないじゃん。
Neko was scolding the boss, yet I was the only fool who came, ready to be sacrificed. The two of them unenthusiastically applauded me when I showed up, and then we all decided to organize the storeroom as much as possible. It's a 5-person job, but there were only 3 people. Oh no! And then, we somehow finished the inventory in 2 hours.
驚いたな。シロ君はあれかな。ブラウニーか何かかな。
I want money. The boss remarks as he eats a brown cake and surveys the afternoon work. He's like, brownies? I got brownies right here.
違います。力仕事には慣れてるし、ここのバイトも長いし、倉庫のどこに何があるかぐらいは把握してるからです。伊達にガキの頃からここで働かせてもらってません。
あ、そっか。あれ、シロ君ってもう5年だっけ？
Wow, he's been working this job ever since Kirituku passed. So yeah, he has been basically making a living for himself so he can survive.
そのぐらいですね。親父が亡くなってからすぐに雇ってくれたのは親父さんのとこだけだったし。
ありゃりゃ。僕も年を取るわけだ。
The boss stuffed his mouth with rum cakes. Next to him, Neko's... It still kind of gets me. His daughter's name is Kat. Neko is nursing a bottle of warm sake. The owner has a sweet tooth, and while the daughter is a drinker of the family, they sure balance each other out well. Wow, usually you'd think it's the other way around in typical anime, where the dad is like a drinker while the daughter is like sweets and whatnot. And...
けど助かったわ。こんだけやってもらって、おだちんがケーキだけっていうのもあれだし。はい、これ僕からの気持ち。
He waves 3 10,000 yen bills at me. It's more than I get for a week's worth of labor, not 3 hours. Ah, okay, so this was not the norm. It was like a little something special for you, Shirou.
どうも。
I hesitate, but I take whatever I can get. Just as I'm about to leave Copenhagen.
ちょい待ち。エミヤ、今日の話誰から聞いた？
Neko stops me while she's curled up in front of a heater, resting.
確か古見さんですけど。
学生に自分の仕事を押し付けるんじゃないってのよ、あのバカ。まあそれはいいとして。
I got money.
何？じゃあ今日の棚卸しまた聞きだったのに来たんだ。
ああ、まあ暇だったら手伝ってくれって感じで。
古見もバカだけど、エミヤンもおバカさ。
We all know. He's stupid.
まあいいけど、君さ、人の頼みを断ったことないでしょ。前に私と父が風邪で寝込んだ時も店番してくれたし。
別にそんなことはないですけど、俺無理な注文は受けませんもん。自分でできることでできる場合だけ引き受けますから。
あん時君も風邪ひいてたんだけどね。
That's because you're weak. While you are sick and you're resting in bed, I was sick and I was manning the store.
まあいいけど、私が何を言いたいかっていうとですねエミヤンはいいやつでちょっとバカで、
Kinda stupid.
そのあたり私は心配なので、今度藤村にちょっとは顔出せやこらと伝えておいてほしいのです。
Yo, fuck that Fujimura. Even though I'm a cat, I'll fight that tiger. Neko makes circles with her fingers in the air as she downs her sake. She seems to think that I'm a dragonfly or something.
はあ、とにかく藤姉に伝言。
そう、じゃあね。
じゃあね。
あんまし頑張りすぎんなよ、少年。
Oh, that was kind of cute.
と、いつの間にか橋越えてら。
This is where I assumed the flowchart goes bad. Never mind. Oh, it's called After School. Brownie. I managed to walk back from the neighboring Shinto to Miyama without realizing. I walked through the still darkened town. Wait, is it now? It is. I was like, I recognize this scene. I swear I've seen it before. But screw that. It's time to date Issei at the student council. The stuff I remember this morning is unfinished, so I should at least finish what I started.
予定変更。朝の続きだろ。任せろ。試験が始まる前に備品の修理なんて済ませちまおうぜ。
助かる。それでは美術部の患者を見に行くとするか。
Just double checking. Do I get? Oh, I get Tosaka hearts. Why do I get Tosaka hearts?
はいよ。と、人払いはちゃんとしてくれよ。人目があると集中できない。
In that case, this route is obviously more important, but I am kind of glad I did the other one because it gives you a lot of insight about like how Shirou is. Like these people weren't even looking for him. He was like, I know these people. I'm gonna help them out. I don't know how much I'll get paid or if at all, but you know, these people have been helping me for 5 years. And it kind of gives an idea of how willing he is, and even though he's kind of, you know, kind of dumb.
無論だ。他の連中に邪魔はさせぬ。
Keeping up with Issei's brisk pace, I follow him out of the classroom. The sun has long since set by the time we step outside the building. The school gate is already closed. It's 7 o'clock, way past the time they close the gates, but thanks to Issei's help, the two of us avoid trouble. Actually, what time did they say it was? It's like Fujimaro's like, make sure you get home on time. We're like, ha ha ha!
必ずこの礼はするから。何かあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。
そうだな。なんかあったら言うよ。まあ、とりわけ何もないとは思うけど。
I legit thought there was gonna be more to this than just, you know, okay, we're done. I didn't help him because I want something in return. I don't think I would ask Issei for anything impossible.
まったく、人が良いのも考えものだな。エミヤがいてくれると助かるが、他の連中にいいように使われるのは我慢ならん。人助けはいいことだが、もう少し相手を選ぶべきではないか。
You gotta help the right
エミヤの
people.
場合、来る人拒まずすぎる。
People like me. I'm good.
そんなに節操ないか、俺。
Yes.
これでは心ないバカどもがいいように利用しようというものだわ。エミヤも忙しい身なのだから、たまには他人の頼みなど断ってもよかろう。
I'm gonna decline your request for me declining requests. I honestly can't tell, but I think Issei is concerned for me. Ever since middle school, I've always been told how helpful I am since I never decline requests or anything or ask anything in return. I guess Issei thinks that's unhealthy, but I'm only doing this because I want to, and I decline any requests I feel like are impossible, so there's no issue.
それは一星がするような心配じゃない。自分のことは自分が一番分かってるさ。それに人助けは善行だろ。寺の息子が咎めるようなことじゃあるまい。
Oh yeah, he's a temple person.
しかしな、エミヤのは度が過ぎるというか、このまま行くと潰れるというか。
Come on, I don't do things that I think are impossible. Luckily, nothing's impossible for me. I'll do everything.
忠告は受け取っとく。それじゃあまた明日、学校でな。
それではまた明日。
Issei leaves, looking dissatisfied. Issei lives in Ryudo Temple, located on the top of a mountain, which means he and I have to go our separate ways. And we're gonna run into Tosaka. So here, if I understand correctly, is basically where we head. What the hell? Why did we get Tosaka points for this? She didn't even show up! What? What? I'm so confused! Alright, we're here anyways. I walk through the still darkened town. It's about 7:30. There should still be people out and about at this hour. There's still no signs of anyone around.
そういえば確か。
There was a crime committed in Miyama the other day. A burglar murdered someone, I think. It must be why there's no one around and why the school's curfew has been set to 6 o'clock.
ガス漏れに強盗か。
Gas leaks.
物騒なことになってきたな。
No wonder people are avoiding walking around at night. It's probably not safe to let Sakura go home on her own anymore. Oh right, didn't she say she's gonna go home first? So like, isn't she at your place? Fujine might be fine, but Sakura's house is in the residential area in the other side of town. I guess I should walk her home, starting to Huh? I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. I must be wrong. I sense the presence on the uphill path I was sure was empty. Whoever it is, they're standing still, looking to be peering down at me. Oh, look at you. Look at this harmless little girl. I unconsciously hold my breath. A girl with silvery hair smiles and walks down the path without making a sound. And as she passes by...
早く呼び出さないと死んじゃうよ、お兄ちゃん。
Shinjao. I always remember that line from this girl. What she says makes no sense. And that was it. I climb up the hill and reach my house. The lights are already on, which means that Sakura and Fujine are home. Fuji's like, I told you to freaking go home by 6 o'clock. Why the fuck are you so late? The moment I step into the living room, I smell the delicious aroma of dinner. Sakura and Fujine are both eating at the table. Tonight's meal is chicken stew and cream sauce, and it puts Fujine in an especially good mood. Just double checking, let's see the flowchart. No, we're still on this one, so we have a few more events till the end of until the end of January.
おかえりなさい先輩。お先に失礼していますね。
ただいま。遅くなってごめんな。もうちょっと早く帰ってくればよかったんだけど。
It was all Issei's fault.
いいです。ちゃんと間に合いましたから。ちょっと待っててくださいね。すぐ用意しますから。
頼む。手を洗ってくるから、人のおかずを食べないように藤姉を見張っといてくれ。
Please make sure I still have dinner.
はい、きちんと見張っています。
I never did watch that cooking anime from Fate. I go to my room. It's a sparse room compared to the storehouse, but it's still decorated enough considering I don't have any particular hobbies. Wow, yeah, his room is extremely bare. Though most of them are random things Fujine just left here. It's more like it's her room. After I wash my hands and change, I head back to see my food on the table.
いただきます。
Yum!
お口に合えばいいんですけど。
Sakura is as humble as ever. Sakura's cooking skills have vastly improved over the past year. My cooking is no match for her Western foods. My Japanese dishes might be a little bit better, but neither of us is any good at making Chinese dishes. I'm glad to know that she's improving. It's also a little depressing when the pupil surpasses her master. Man, you gotta practice on those Chinese dishes. I got a recommendation for you. You should try mapo tofu. It really is delicious. The longer you cook chicken, the tougher the meat gets. Which is why you need to take the extra step of grilling the chicken to a crisp to seal its juices and flavor. This requires exceptional skill, and something that the clumsy Fujine would never be able to manage.
どうでしょうか先輩。その今日のはうまくいったと思うんですけど。
It's so good. I would even say it's juicy chicken number 1.
文句なし。ホワイトソースも絶妙だ。もう洋物じゃさくらにはかなわないな。
さくらちゃんがご飯作ってくれるようになってからお肉関係が美味しくなった。
I can't eat Shiro's food ever again because he sucks. Fujine, who's been concentrating on her meal until now, pipes up.
ダメよシロ。学生がこんな夜更けに帰ってきちゃいけないんだから。
Why didn't you ask like 5 minutes earlier? She looks to be in good spirits thanks to Sakura's meal, but the moment she sees my face, her mood turns sour.
もうまた誰かの手伝いをしてたんでしょう。それはそれでいいことだけど、こんな時ぐらいは早く帰ってきなさい。最近物騒だぞってホームルームで言ったじゃない。
Yes, but I was not listening.
あれ、シローに対して言ったんだからね。
あのさ、わざわざホームルームで言わなくてもうちで言えばいいんじゃないの？
Well, at least it was applicable to everyone.
ここで言っても聞かないもの。学校でガツンと言った方がシローには効果的なんだもん。
先生、それは職権乱用というか公私混同だと思います。
Sakura, it's already mixing business with private when they put basically my adoptive, or not adoptive, but my guardian as my teacher.
それぐらいしないとシローはダメなのよ。いつも人の手伝いばっかりして損してるからさ。たまにはまっすぐ帰ってきてのんびりしててもいいじゃない、バカチン。
バカチンとはなんだよ、バカチンとは。いいじゃないか。誰かの手伝いをしてそれでその人が助かるんなら損なんかしてないぞ。
はあ、キリツグさんに似たのかな。シローがそんなんじゃお姉ちゃん心配だよ。
Seeing Fujine eating so heartily makes me wonder what exactly she's worried about.
藤村先生、今の話からすると先輩って昔からそうなんですか？
Sakura's like, oh my god, I want the deeds. Tell me about senpai.
昔からそうなの。なんか困ってる人がいたら自分から手を出しちゃうタイプ。けどおせっかいってわけじゃなくて、シローはね、単におませさんなのだ。
Fujine grins menacingly.
藤ね、余計なこと言ったら怒るぞ。もうさくらもつまんないこと聞くなよな。
I glare at the two. Fujine clicks her
藤
tongue
村先生、
in disapproval.
お話を続けてください。
No, I want to know. Tell me the deeds. Sakura presses on like an attentive student.
じゃあ話しちゃおう。これがね、シローは困った人を放っておけない性格なのよ。弱きを助け強きをくじくってやつ。子供の頃の作文なんてね。僕の夢は正義の味方になることです。
She said the
だ
word.
から
He wants to be a hero of justice, a Seigi no Mikata. What? Quick, bring up the past, Fujine. I really can't jump in though because it's true. Besides, becoming a hero of justice is still my goal.
わあ、すごい言葉だったんですね、先輩。
Sakura's face looks a little bit derpy now, but it's like, what do you mean you were? I still have that goal. I'm still a wonderful child.
すごかったよ。年上の男の子にいじめられてる女の子がいたら助けに入ってくれたし、キリツグさんが武将だったから家事だって一生懸命こなしてたし。
Wait, he would swoop in to rescue a little girl from getting bullied by a boy twice her age, and he tried his hardest at doing the housework because Kiritsugu was such a slob at the time. I'm not sure if I'm interpreting this correctly. I wonder if she's referring to the little girl as herself and the boy twice her age is Kiritsugu. And he was bullying her by making her do housework because Kiritsugu was too much of a slob, so he did it instead. I'm not sure if that's what they're getting at, but it'd be kind of funny because it could potentially still be in character, you know?
あ 頃は可愛くて純真だったのに、それがどうしてこんなひねくれた子になっちゃったんだろうな。
そりゃ藤姉がいたからだろう。ダメな大人を見てると子供はいろいろ考えるんだよ。悔しかったらちゃんと自分で飯作ってみろ。
You trained me wrong. What? Fujine is shocked. I thought she would just lower her head and repent, but
お姉ちゃんは悲しいよ。さくらちゃん、おかわり。
oh please, more food. Give me more food. She holds out her rice bowl, asking for a third helping of dinner. Sorry, but we're kind of out. You kind of ate it all. we relax after dinner. It's almost 9 o'clock.
さて、何をしたもんか。
Choice? There's still some time before my evening training. I guess I'll... Choice. Yes. Okay, flowchart. There are 4 choices? Huh. Well, I think the one I want to stick with is probably going to be I'll walk Sakura home. So for now, I'll rest, then I'll do Fujine, and then I'll do Sakura. I suppose I should take a little break before my evening training.
風呂も空いてるし、さくらを家まで送るのは藤姉にお願いすればいいか。
Now that's settled, I should be as efficient as I can. First, I need to wake up Fujine, since she's dozing in the living room. Then I'll thank Sakura for dinner and see the two of them off on their way home. Then I'll take a bath and rest for a bit more. I think that's it. And that's how my day ends. So if we go here, that's like you just skip straight to the end pretty much. Alright, let's hang out with Fujine. Well, it might be good to see how Fujine is doing. Sort of a way to get in some light after meal exercise.
だな。さくらにつまんない話しやがって。好きあらば仕返ししてやる。
But who's gonna take her home now?
何？お風呂入ってたんじゃないの？
Fujine is silently peeling tangerines, eating them for dessert. 2 tangerine peels shaped like floating flowers are lying on top of the table. I feel like she's been cursed or something. She can't peel apples to save her life, but her tangerine peels are like a work of art. I was like gonna say, if you can do it all in one go, then it's usually pretty cool.
風呂は後にした。さっきの話でケチついたんで、風呂の前に文句言っとこうと思って。
別にいいじゃん。もう昔のことなんだし、さくらちゃんも喜んでたし。
It's embarrassing.
それよりはい、今日のノルマ。シローは1日1個だからね。
Oh, for me? She takes a small tangerine out of the basket on the table and tosses it to me.
ってみかんぐらいで怪獣されないぞ。
You're not gonna win this easy.
さくらだったからいいようなものの、学校であんな話するなよ。一世あたりが変な心配するから。
みつづりさんは大笑いしそうだけどね。なんて言われなくても分かってるわよ。シローの子供の頃の話なんてさくらちゃん以外にはしないから。
She's special.
だからさくらにもするなって言ってるの。あんなつまんない話されたらさくらだっていい迷惑だろ。もうないと思うけど今度やったら怒るからな。
I glare at Fujine with all my might, showing how serious I am.
ははなんだ、そっか、そういうわけ。
Oh
つまり
god.
シローはそうなのよ。
It's Fuji. It's Taiga Arc. No, no, not that face. Despite my efforts, Fujine grins clearly pleased with herself.
なんかこうカチンときたかも。何納得してんだよ、バカトラ。
I scowl angrily at Fujine.
トラでもいいよーだ。要するにあれでしょ。シローはさくらちゃんに知られるのが嫌だったのよ。他の人に正義の味方になりたいなんて知られても気にしないけど、さくらちゃんに知られるのは恥ずかしかったわけね。
What? That's not true, I think.
そういうことならどんどん話しちゃうから。そっか、シローもようやくさくらちゃんを意識しだしたか。
Man, it's been a year and a half. It's finally noticed her.
教師としてちょっと心配だけど、保護者としてはちょっと安心したかな。けどお姉ちゃんはちょっと寂しいかな。
It's okay if you guys get together because I can still have your food, right? Her speech is almost weirdly emotional, and then half a heartbeat later, she shoves a whole tangerine in her mouth. Oh! Fujine can really fit anything up to the size of her fist in her mouth, and then act like that might be alluring, but if we were in a real savannah or something. But such a feral charm seems kind of unbecoming of a mature woman like her. Oh, she's back. In comes Sakura. She heads into the living room, having finished up with the dishes.
藤姉に話があってちょっと後回し。さくら、みかん食べるか？
I reach over for the stack of tangerines in the basket. It's unexpected, but the three of us relaxing together after dinner is kind of nice.
それならさっき藤村先生にいただきました。私用に取っておいてくれたおみかんで美味しかったです。
さくらちゃんは生の果物はダメだからね。調理したやつかアイスみたいに冷やしてないと食べてくれないのだ。で、さくらちゃんそろそろ時間。
Ironically, if I sound a little bit weird sometimes, like I have something in my mouth, it's because I'm currently eating grapes, so I'm also eating fruit.
はい、後片付けも済みましたから、今日はもう帰ります。
そっか。じゃあ私もおいとまするわ。さくらちゃん行こう。最近は物騒だから近くまで送っていってあげる。
I love how like we are kind of like a small family, and she's like, "I'll take you home," because it's dangerous for a girl her age to be alone, but you could also say the same thing for Taiga. It's potentially dangerous for a girl her age to also be alone. It's less dangerous because A, she's older, and B, she's fucking Yakuza. Fujine halts her mass consumption of tangerines and gets to her feet, somehow managing to look bold. The way she gets up gives the impression of a responsible elder.
いいんですか、先生？
当然でしょう。さくらちゃんもシロウも私が預かってるんだから、ちゃんと家まで送り届けないと。
了解。
オキドキ。
藤姉なら痴漢が出ようが熊が出ようが安心だ。
Or bears.
そうでもないわよ。さすがに熊は無理でしょ。うん、無理だからここまで逃げ帰ってくるね。そしたら二人でやっつけて、明日は熊鍋かな。
She's like, maybe not by myself, but together we will win. Fujine smiles fearlessly. Yeah. Fujine typically marches to a different beat, a beat so loud and discordant that it wreaks havoc on everything around her. But as a teacher, she's also so courageous that it's almost admirable. Ah, now we're gonna zoom to the... Oh, never
行こ
mind.
っか、さくらちゃん。それじゃ、また明日ね、シロウ。
はい。それじゃあおやすみなさい、先輩。
I remember this door. Oh my god, I'm getting so many memories of like everything. The two leave the mansion. I see them off at the front door, and then I lock the door behind them as instructed by Fujine. Oh my god, I have to say Fujine a lot. It sounds kind of weird to me. I think now we're we're going back to that area. Alright. Back to the storehouse. Okay. So the flowchart, we're back here. I'm kind of confused on how to get these two though. Oh, sorry, I know one of them is going to be seeing Sakura home. I have absolutely no idea how to get the other one though. Alright, let's try walking Sakura home. I feel like it has to be me doing a certain other choice and then going here. I wonder which one it is. I've only made two choices. One of them is basically deciding to train and then see Sakura. And the other one was going to my part-time job. Can I actually go straight here? I can. I don't necessarily have to go here, make the choice, and go, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Alright, well anyways, let's walk Sakura home. I haven't thanked Sakura for cooking dinner yet, so I should thank Sakura. I should talk to Sakura.
夜も遅いし、家まで送って行ってやらないと。
Sakura just finished cleaning up, and she's in the living room getting ready to go home.
あれ、先輩、お風呂に入ってたんじゃないんですか？
いや、風呂は後回し。さくらを送ってから入る。
Yeah.
送るって私をですか？
You would want to walk someone home then take a shower.
なあ、最近物騒だから家まで送る。さくらんち結構遠いだろ。わざわざ来てもらっ。
Whoops. Actually, I think I missed some of it. Your home's pretty a long walk, so let me at least do this since you gotta go out of your way to come here. Ah. Sakura purses her lips awkwardly. Did I say something wrong?
ごめんなさい。気持ちは嬉しいんですけど、先輩は休んでいてください。家までだったら慣れてますし、一人でも大丈夫ですから。
Wait. Okay, no, this I was wondering, it's like, is this the ending where she meets with the blonde-haired dude? And no, that's not it. That's the next day. If we give me 1 second. Look at the flow chart. If we go up here, that doesn't happen until this day. Oh wait. Am I remembering the days wrong? So January 31st was when she summoned. Yeah, okay, so February 1st is when Tosaka takes her servant out, and by the end of the day, they see Sakura here. Alright, yeah, so it's not the same day yet. Oh, it's skipping one. Huh. Well, I'll continue and see what happens.
いや、それはそうだろうけど、最近物騒だろ。しばらくは家まで送っていくよ。
でも、兄さんに見つかると、先輩にまで迷惑がかかります。
I forgot. Sakura's older brother, Shinji, doesn't like Sakura coming over to my place. He can't say that much because Sakura says she goes to Fujine's house, but me taking her home might cause problems. I don't care if Shinji accuses me of something I don't actually do, but I don't want him taking it out on Sakura.
けど、途中までならいいだろう。交差点あたりまでなら、シンジと会うこともないし。
Sakura is uncomfortably silent. Knowing Sakura, she probably couldn't even lie about the fact that I walked her home.
それじゃあ。
Oh, and then there we go. Fujimaru offers at the end, anyways. An English teacher wearing tire stripes. You have to describe her as an English teacher. She doesn't deserve a name anymore. Suddenly pokes her head through the door.
ダメだよ。そんなの本末転倒じゃないか。女の子が夜出歩くから危ないっていうのに、さらに女の子を増やして。
Excuse me, do you know who I am? Wait a minute. Calling Fujine a girl might be a bit of a misnomer. The reason Fujine is a teacher in charge of the Kyudo Club. Oh, the reason is there is a reason that she's in charge of the Kyudo Club. She was trained by old man Fujimura in Kendo, and her 5th rank designation makes her deadly, literally and figuratively.
フジネなら大丈夫か。時間が出ても撃退できるだろうし。
Die, blonde man, die!
できるよ。だからさくらちゃんを送っていくのも問題なし。それでいい？さくらちゃん。
はい。藤村先生がよろしいのでしたら。
決まりだね。それじゃあ行こっか。私も今日はそろそろ帰ろうかなって思ってたんだ。
Fujine takes Sakura's hand and starts to leave.
ちょっと待った、さくら。
Hold on a minute.
何ですか、先輩。
晩飯うまかったよ。いつもありがとな。
Her face whenever she looks like that is always a little bit derpy, like, oh!
次も頑張りますね、先輩。
Sakura beams and leaves the living room. You can tell my cheeks are burning red. Oh, he's noticing! Honestly, Sakura takes me by surprise a lot lately. It's perplexing. Time sure flies. Not so long ago, she was just my friend's little sister. Now I find sometimes that I can't quite look away from her. I'm so pathetic. I've always thought of Sakura as being like family. I can't seem to readily accept this change. She could still be family, you know, a different type of family. Alright, outside? Yep. Okay, so to be completely honest, while I was doing the route, I looked up like a flowchart guide. I don't think spoilers matter to me too much. And it seems like I need to have one of the routes cleared in order to get the other part here. So at this current moment, I cannot access this flowchart moment right here. So I've pretty much done everything I can. So let's go. And that's how my day ends. Just before midnight, Shirou Emiya must perform the daily routine of utilizing magecraft. I cross my legs, take my position, and regulate my breathing. I try to empty my mind. I ignore everything around me and turn to focus inward. Oh man, whenever he says that, I get shivers down my spine. I mutter the familiar incantation as if putting myself in a spell. No, this is a kind of hypnosis. With no magic crest and no magical knowledge, the incantation I mutter is really just a way to focus myself and change my body. Typically, humans do not have any lines which allow magical energies to pass through their body. To temporarily change my body to create a pseudo version of the lines, I need enough concentration to unify my entire physical and nervous systems. Magecraft is a battle with herself. For example, I entered a burning steel rod into my backbone. Steel rod itself is the only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. By passing this deep within my body and connecting it to my other nerves, I can finally be a mage. This is not a metaphor, refantasio. And if you look closely, a series of metal rods which cannot be normally seen or touched pierces my backbone.
僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Emiya Kiritsugu was a mage. He was a true mage who disciplined himself in a wide variety of mystics, plumbed the deeper secrets of the world and its workings, and even performed miracles. And, as a young child, I admired Kiritsugu and begged him to teach me magecraft. You can't just become a mage, you have to be born with talent and inherit a tremendous amount of knowledge. Obviously, I never had that inborn talent, only freaking Rin does, and Kiritsugu never imparted me any knowledge about magecraft to me. I was told it wasn't necessary for me, something like that. I still don't understand what he meant by that, but it didn't matter to me as a child. I always thought that learning magecraft would bring me that much closer to being like Kiritsugu. I was blessed with neither talent, that is, an abundance of magic circuits, within me, nor generations of magecraft knowledge handed down to me. The magecraft Kiritsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down from the Emiya family, can only be passed on to a blood relative. The magic crest, which is proof of one is a mage, rejects any not blood related. As an adopted son, I could not receive the Emiya family crest. Then again, since I honestly don't have any idea what the hell a magic crest even is, it doesn't matter much whether I have one or not. It's just a matter of gaining the ability. If I want to be a mage, I just have to learn magecraft that suits the traits that I do have. Magecraft is, taken to the extreme, a skill supposedly meant to release magical energy. You could say that the magical energy is a life force. Magical energy is separated into two sources: mana, which comes from the world's atmosphere, and ode, which is created within living creatures. Obviously, mana comes from the world itself, is superior to ode. I'm gonna say odd. I actually have no idea how to pronounce that. I've seen it in a lot of media, but I think they say odo, so maybe ode. The sheer power of the world's mana is simply not even comparable to the ode one human can create. No matter the form it takes, magecraft utilizing mana will always surpass anything created from an individual's ode. So, a powerful mage is one who excels at drawing magical energy from the world. It's a lot like a filtration system. A mage will use their own body circuits to draw in mana from outside and convert it into something usable. Mages call circuits they use to accomplish this magic circuits. This is the inborn talent part. A number of magic circuits one has is determined at the moment of birth. Typically, humans have hardly any magic circuits. They're normally quite rare. That's why mages will spend generations to ensure that their descendants have a body more suitable for magic. Some families even go as far as to practice selective breeding in order to increase the number of magical circuits in their children. Since I was raised in a normal family, I never had a chance of having much in the way of magic circuits. That left me with only one choice. According to Kiritsugu, everyone is well suited to one specific form of magecraft. What am I suited to, Kiritsugu? Tell me! He also said something about drawing out magical energy based on the person's origin, but I never quite understood that part. Oh, Kiritsugu knows something about origins. What I do understand is that even someone like me can use at least one form of magecraft. If I can do that, then maybe I can be like Kiritsugu. And that's why I've only learned this one magecraft. That was 8 years ago. After a lot of thought, Kiritsugu took me on as his disciple, though he never seemed happy about it.
いいかいシロ、魔術を習うということは常識からかけ離れるということだ。死ぬ時は死に、殺す時は殺す。
You die when you are killed.
僕たちの本質は生ではなく死だからね。魔術とは自らを滅ぼす道に他ならない。
Wow, that was really sad. Well, Kiritsugu, he's been through some shit. I knew this. I guess I knew no fear as a child. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly, placing a hand atop my head as I nodded enthusiastically.
君に教えるのはそういった争いを呼ぶ類のものだ。だから人前で使ってはいけないし、難しいものだから 鍛錬を怠ってもいけない。でもまあそれは破ったって構わない。
If you don't follow it, then you don't use magecraft, and that's a-okay with me.
一番大事なことはね、魔術は自分のためじゃなくて他人のためだけに使うということだよ。そうすればシローは魔術使いではあるけど魔術師ではなくなるからね。
I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to be a mage, but I didn't care about that. I admired Kiritsugu, not mages. As long as I can be the sort of person who lives to help others, like Kiritsugu on that day of the fire in Nightmare. Ugh. I got distracted. I feel the uncomfortable sensation of the iron rod in my backbone moving where it shouldn't. Losing control of my breathing would be fatal. The pseudo magic circuits would overwhelm my body and shred to pieces. And that would be the end of me. Shirou Emiya would simply be a novice who died because he failed at an elementary step. I grit my teeth to try to recover my connection. After pain like walking through a storm of needles, the iron rod finally sinks deep within my body and fuses with me. I've been working on this for a little over an hour, and after all that time, I'm finally able to create one pseudo circuit. A circuit capable of creating magical energy using my own self. All that's left is to allow the magical energy to flow naturally. Shirou Emiya is no mage. He's just a user of magecraft who can create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. That's why I can only do one thing with this magecraft, which is enhancing objects. It's just strengthening magecraft, where I apprehend an object structure and channel magical energy to temporarily reinforce its abilities. I hold a broken iron pipe. I pass magical energy through it to execute the most basic magecraft to enhance its durability. Passing magical energy into something other than yourself is like mixing poison. My blood is a far cry from the blood of an iron pipe. Forcing an entire different sort of blood through an object may as well destroy it rather than enhance it. To prevent that from happening, I need to properly understand an object's structure and pass magical energy into it between the small vacant spaces. This may be easy for a skilled mage, but since I have a hard time generating magical energy in the first place, even a task like this is as difficult as shooting an arrow and hitting a target several hundred meters from you. A typical archery target is 28 meters away, so it goes without saying how hard it would be to hit a target at 10 times that distance. I mean, you were the archery ace, right? Weren't you? My body temperature suddenly plummets. The fiery pillar passing through my backbone disappears, and my lungs seize in a desperate need of oxygen. My back arches in an effort to keep me from passing out. The iron pipe is unchanged. The magical energy I passed into it appears to have dispersed. What I'm attempting to do is adding an extra brushwork to complete a work of art. Adding something extra to a completed object raises the risk of compromising the object's integrity. The paintbrush, hoping to improve, may actually devalue the work instead. Which is why, despite its simplicity, strengthening magecraft is so difficult and not many mages willingly use it. And it's not that I chose this, but it's really all I can do. It would be much easier if I could just make something from a shapeless clay, but a substitute that just recreates its form is all show and no substance. Which explains all the junk around. Whenever I fail at strengthening magecraft, I try to make substitute objects to practice and calm down, but they all end up empty. I can visualize the structure of an object easily, and I can recreate something very similar, but it's hollow and obviously doesn't function at all. I wipe the sweat off my brow. I realize I'm absolutely dripping with sweat. If this is as bad as it got, I should consider myself lucky. What happened earlier was really bad. I had taken even a second longer to recover, My internal organs might be probably mush by now. His internal organs would be his external organs.
死にかけた分上達するんならまだ見込みがあるんだけどな。
Well, maybe if I die a few more times, I can get it. But nothing comes that easily. At the same time, fear of death will stand in the way of improving my magecraft. Learning magecraft means courting death at every turn. Even rudimentary, every magecraft can spin wildly out of control from a single mistake, ending the caster's life.
魔術師にとって一番初めの覚悟とは死を容認することだ。
Kiritsugu always looks sad whenever he brought that up. Maybe it was his way of saying that he didn't want me getting into all this.
誰かを助けるということは誰かを助けないということ。正義の味方っていうのはとんでもないエゴイストなんだか。
Yeah. Kiritsugu would know something about that. Kiritsugu always said that whenever I mentioned wanting to be like him, I don't know what he meant by that. All I'm certain of is that I want to save people, to be a hero of justice, just like Kiritsugu Emiya.
その割にこんな処方がうまくいかないんだもんな。なんでいざって時に雑念が入るんだ。バカ。
It's not enough for me to just grasp the object's structure visually. A skilled mage would be able to focus only on the crucial areas and efficiently channel magical energy. My dream is to become a hero of justice. I remember what Fujine mentioned at dinner. I never really thought that goal was embarrassing or impossible. That Shirou Emiya will succeed Kiritsugu Emiya has already been decided. That's why I've been doing everything I can despite how sorely I lacked in experience. I don't know exactly what it means to be a hero of justice. But because I don't know, I train myself to be to the best of my abilities in hopes that I'll be useful to somebody. I haven't taken my eyes off the goal these past 5 years. Whenever things go wrong, I start to have doubts. That's realistic. Oh god.
点でわからないよ。
Oh, that's a really relatable feeling.
一体さ、何をすれば正義の味方になれるんだ。
I look up at the sky through a window. It's not just about being good for someone out of the blue. Saving someone and being a hero of justice are just two different things. I know that, but what do I have to do to differentiate them? I've yet to understand that crucial concept for these past 5 years. I wanna be a hero! Alright, I think we're done with the day. Ooh, that was kind of long. I'm not surprised we went back to day 1. That was a long day. And near the end, my recording program kind of crashed for a little bit. Don't know why, but if you see some hiccups, that's the reason why. But yeah, we're in the shoes of Emiya Shirou now. He's fixing stuff, and he's honestly so far he's got a pretty good life. I think he has a goal. He has people who care for him, and he has friends at school. It's very different than what we saw from Rin, where she was honestly mostly alone. The friends she had were kind of fake because she was distancing herself because she's a mage. Well, I guess Shirou is also technically a mage, but like a significantly less competent one. But it's cool to see that contrast because they're both very important characters. And I mentioned this, but like I used to when I first watched Fate Stay Night, I thought Sakura was really cute, and now it's just reinforcing that idea. But yeah, we're gonna continue on with day 2, and hopefully some of the juicy stuff will happen. But we'll do that next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!